Hi everyone! So I've been asked a lot lately about a couple of my favorite, not like beauty products, but more going into like the holiday season's coming up. What do you do for like the extra glow for your complexion? A good deodorant if you're gonna be dancing a lot, things like that. So I thought it would be a little bit fun to quickly go over. I promise it's gonna be really quick and painless. And I totally apologize for having my Christmas tree. I've been a little eager about my Christmas decor and there's Santa. But anyways, going into this, I am just going to quickly talk about these products. Obviously, I'll link everything below like I've done in my past videos. So here we go. The first product I'm going to talk about is this Donna Karan Cashmere Mist deodorant. So I have been very loyal to a deodorant brand basically my entire life. And I've noticed that their prices were going up, and that wasn't the issue, but I'm like, okay, is the formula different? Because I feel like I'm getting kind of sweaty, and I'm not a sweaty person, so it just seemed a little different to me. And for me, I'm like, when I'm putting a product on my body, I don't have an issue spending a little bit more money than, maybe on other products or things. And so I've been hearing about this Donna Karan Cashmere Mist deodorant for quite a while, and it was from a lot of bloggers, and I'm like, are they getting paid to do it or talk about it? It's like $26. Is it really worth it? And finally, when I was having this issue, I'm like, you know what, Andrea, I'm doing it. And I decided to buy it. I got it from Nordstrom, and honestly, it is the best thing I've purchased in a very, very long time. I was telling actually a lot of my friends about it recently, and kind of a fun little snippet. So I was traveling a lot for work recently, and I was actually in Los Angeles last week, and I happened to be on a flight, and the person next to me was like, what perfume are you wearing or lotion? It smells so good. And at the time, the only thing I was wearing was my Donna Karan deodorant. And I just straight up was like, it's cashmere mist. And they could not believe it. And then throughout like the next couple days when I was working, I kept getting this whiff of my deodorant. I'm like, oh my gosh, that smells so good. Like, I want to smell my armpit all day. So anyways, it's a great product. I completely recommend it. Kind of a side note, when I got it, for some reason I was expecting, because the name's Cashmere Mist, that it was actually going to be like a mist deodorant. It's not. It's a total like stick one where you undo it and then obviously do it under your pit per normal, and then you can kind of wind it up. I love it. Totally worth the money. Here, we're going to do this. And so highly recommend that product. It probably has been, I would say, one of my favorite purchases that I made in a very long time. So that says a lot because I like to shop. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is a lot of these actually are really now within skin products, and within that I get asked like, Andrea, I don't want to buy all these different foundations and these colors, what should I do to have this like really good tan going on, and I don't want to fake bake, which please tell me you don't fake bake because it's so bad for you. But a couple of the items, so if you're wanting to do, so I have two different types of like gradual tanners or an instant tanner, and I have two of them that I recommend that I've been doing for quite a while now and are definitely worth every penny. And the first one is Saint Tropez. I got this bad boy at Sephora. I have the medium to dark color. It's an everyday body lotion. And this is unbelievable because for me, I get really tan during like the summer months. And then in the winter, I feel like I just lose it like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to buy all these different foundations. I don't want to buy different bronzers. Like, what do I do? So I, finally had it 1 year of looking like Casper. And I decided to do the Saint Tropez. And it's been so good. A lot of the times I like to stick with it within my face and my décolleté area. I personally don't like putting this all over my body. Just because I do live in Chicago and then my family's from Minnesota, so I feel like during the winter time I'm usually more covered up with layers anyways, but I like to stick within like the regions that you're going to see, and I really like it. My skin's never been affected by it. I've never had breakouts due to it. It doesn't smell bad. I haven't had any issues on rubbing off on, on my sheets. And so it's been really good, and like I said, I've been doing it for a couple of years and I cannot speak more highly of it. So I love to do this one, especially with like holiday parties coming up. This will be on my body. The next one, if you're really wanting to do like an instant glow, and I do this year round, especially if I'm doing like a mini dress or like a skirt and I'm wanting my legs to look a little bit more like oomph, and defined. I love Carleen K. I actually came across her company, or her product, I should say, her brand. I can't remember, but I was looking through like a magazine and I was like, oh my gosh, that person, whoever the model was, I'm like, what is she doing? Because her skin is like radiant and it's like these gold flecks. And I'm like, it's clearly not a spray tan, but whatever it is, like, I want it. And I came across it was this Carleen K, and I have been a lifer ever since. And honestly, I will be forever. It smells so good. What's great about it is that you strip down, you take one of, like, obviously like a tanning pad, you put the product on it, you put it all over your body or wherever the regions you want to stick with, you let it dry for like 5 minutes, and then you can put your clothes on and it literally will not smudge off, like, at all. You can wear white, you can wear cream afterward. And what's great about it is, for some reason, if you're really sweaty or like the back of your knees, like sometimes I can have that issue when I'm dancing, is that maybe a tiny bit will rub off and it happens to get, let's just say, on a piece of clothing. You don't have to worry, it's not going to stain it. You can, rinse off your clothes or wash it like you normally do, and you're good to go. It doesn't smell, and it looks so good. So good. Like, I cannot express more about this product. It is a little bit more expensive. You do have to pay for shipping, but it is worth every penny. And anytime that I have a bottle that gets empty, like, immediately I am like, oh, I need to, do a quick haul on it. So Carleen K, it's a goodie. The next thing I'm going to stick within is lotions for your face and moisturizers or like a primer. And I, as you know, I talk about all the time, am a huge fan of Glam Glow products. So I've always like done their moisturizers at night, or like a lip mask, or, their ones that minimize pores or whatever, clearing. But I actually didn't know that they came out with this glow starter moisturizer, which I have here, until I talked to my boyfriend's sister, and she was like, hey, you should really try this moisturizer, because she knows like I love a really good glow going on. I went immediately to the Sephora the next day. I got it, and I have been so obsessed with it ever since. It's this really pretty, cute, I wonder if I can open it with one hand. Okay, I can't open up with one hand, sorry. But it's this like really light pink color. It's almost like the color of my sweater. So imagine this in, I don't know, a liquid form. And you just put a dot literally on each section of your face. You barely need anything, and you rub it around, and it is so great. It moisturizes it, gives this great glow, and honestly, it takes something like 5 minutes to soak into your face. And then what I do is I follow up with Charlotte Tilbury Primer. It is the Wonder Glow. So real quick before you are like, Andrea, it's so expensive. I know it's expensive, but I am a huge believer in primers. I've literally done a blog post on what the focus on why you need to invest in primers is, and I will link that below too. They make your skin and your foundation and your makeup last literally all day. And my thing is like, why would you take so much time and the money of the products that you're putting on your face and not have it last all day? And so with that, people are like, oh, I get it now. You literally wear primer every day and it makes your makeup stay. And this one has, like, I don't want to say gold flecks, because it doesn't make you look like you pounded like glow on your face, or like a mermaid sneezed on you or anything like that. It's just this really beautiful like radiant glow. Like, I think of like Cleopatra, and that she was like this glowing woman, and that this is her like skin in a bottle, and then I just put it on my face. So anyways, this is amazing. It's worth every penny. Highly, highly recommend it, and I cannot say enough about it. I had a sample of it, and the minute I had the sample, I was like, I'm a customer of it. It's so good. Within that, we're going to be talking about, I would say, like, obviously, highlighters. So what I like about highlighters is that you can really use them on your body and many places on your face, and especially if you find the right color. So there's two highlighters that I'm really into. One that I like to stick to specifically if I'm doing more of a lighter, fresh face look, like a 5-minute face. And then I have one that I like to stick to if I'm going to be doing more of like a full glam, like really smoky eye, like going on a date night kind of thing. So the first one that I love, and I've been really a good customer of for the last couple of years, is the Too Faced. It's a Candlelight Glow. I wonder if I can open this with one hand. Oh, I did. It's this like really pretty pink ivory it looks like, not like peaches and cream kind of combo, but it's just this really gorgeous, like glowy, pinky hue. I love this if I'm going to not be using a blush, and it's just a really nice hue that you get to have on. I love to use that one specifically during the summertime, of maybe when I'm just doing like a BB cream, put a little of that to go, little mascara and quick lipstick, and I'm happy. So that's been a really good one. But if I'm wanting to do like full glam, or especially when I'm traveling, I love to do the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop. As you can see, I'm obsessed. This one's kind of getting empty. What I like about this one, and it's what I'm wearing today, specifically when I'm traveling, is that it is very versatile. It's actually what I'm using as my eyeshadow today, as the brighter kind of inner crease area. I love it just because I can use it as an eyeshadow. I can use it as a natural face glow, and it stays on all day. And so I got compliments on my skin from it, like, oh my gosh, you know, what are you wearing, or what eyeshadow are you wearing? I'm like, you know, like I said, when I'm traveling, I like to minimize what I have to put in my bag, and this has been great. So highly recommend, you know, this product if, you know, you're wanting something that can be very versatile. It's really pretty. It's just more of this golden fleck look. It obviously looks great with like a 5-minute face too, but I prefer it a little bit more with like a full, like, uber glam look. So this is what I recommend. And by the way, I totally apologize on the ugly naked nails. I picked those off, so sorry. But the next thing I am going to focus on quickly is, you know, for me, like I said, I like to have a bronze glow. I like to have a look, maybe do a little contour. And I'm like, I do not want to have to switch up, you know, my makeup depending on the season. And one that I can trust on is the Stila. As you can tell, I mean, it's literally empty. It's a Stila Stay All Day 10-in-1 HD Bronzing Beauty Balm. And what's the best part about it is it has SPF 30 in it. A lot of women I know hate putting sunscreen on their face because it maybe makes them break out, or it's oily, or the foundation's bizarre and their makeup comes right off. And I totally get that. But it is so important to have a product that has SPF 30 on it, or, you know, even SPF 15. Anything that can have and protect your skin from the suns and its rays is so important, and I cannot express that enough. But anyways, yes, so I love this because you literally just do a little tiny little squirt right into the center of the foundation on the back of your palm, rub it in, and you're good to go. I'm wearing it today. I love it. I use it as more of my contour on my cheek, especially during the winter season. Maybe if I don't want to have like a ton of, you know, makeup on and feel like it's like piled on, and then like I can scratch it off like concrete. Like, that's not cute. And it doesn't feel good. So that's what I like about this, is it's super light. I'm always about a really good light foundation. It does not make you look like an Oompa Loompa by all means. It's very natural hued. So that's what's great. And then I noticed also in here, which is really great, it's water resistant for 80 minutes. So that's great because I'm a crier, and it works. I don't have any of those like weird like zebra stripe streaks from my tears when I wear that. And then the other thing that I'm going to focus on, because I was just saying that I'm a crier, I love mascara. Obviously, I love eyes, I love eyelashes, anything that's going to really kind of like open up the face. So with that, mascaras I found for years, you know, I'm like, oh, this one gives me great length, this one has a great primer, this one gives me really good volume, this one gives me great thickness. I can't find one that's always going to work and that doesn't give me the smudgies underneath, and when I cry, it's not going to smear down to my chin. And I was getting kind of, you know, upset about it because I was spending so much money on mascaras, like from designer to ones that you can just get at Target. I'm like, I can't find one until I came across this. So as you can tell, I love it because I have an original and a waterproof of it. But it is the Dior Show. So this is the waterproof one. Dior Show. Unbelievable. I've been getting this mascara now for like, I would say the last year, and I cannot speak more highly of it. I was actually just telling one of my friends about it last week, and it's so good. Like I said, I'm a huge crier. I'm really, like, I'm a sensitive person, and so I can watch those animal commercials where Sarah McLachlan is singing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, and like bursting out bawling. And then, you know, my boyfriend can do something really sweet and I cry about it, or I can be the person, like, when I start laughing, I start crying. And it's so great that, like, I can be myself, but then I don't have to worry about my makeup ruining my look, which is very important to me because I otherwise, like, every day would have like mascara streaks down. So it's not very cute. I guess kind of like raccoon eyes, but really great mascara. I know it's like a little bit more expensive. I think it's like $32 or $28, and I would not tell people to spend that much on a mascara if it didn't work, because I know how, one, annoying it is, how expensive, and you know, it's disappointing because if you're like me, you wear mascara every single day, you're gonna do a couple layers on top. By the end of the day, it could only be like 8 hours. It's off. And I'm like, how did this happen? I didn't even touch my eyelashes. And so I swear by this. I cannot tell people enough. So definitely the Dior Show Waterproof. And then really the last thing I'm going to talk about are my lips. So I love in the holiday season kind of like over exaggerating my lips and doing kind of like an overline. And with lip liners, I have had really expensive ones to ones that I get at Walgreens, like the Jordana brand, for like $4. And I love them all, and I kind of stay within this like pinky mauve-y hue. It just seems to work with me whether I do a nude lip or a pink lip. But I have two that I've really become obsessed with within the last month. And the first one is more on the expensive side. It's Charlotte Tilbury. It is the color Pillow Talk. It is their #1 selling lip liner. And when I went to the Charlotte Tilbury makeup area, their station, they had a couple women that were all different ethnicities, and they were seriously wearing this, and it looked gorgeous on everyone. Like, I can't even explain to you. I was like, oh, which one are you wearing? And they were like, oh, it's Pillow Talk. And then I asked the next girl, it was Pillow Talk. I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody's lips looked unbelievable. So obviously I got suckered into it. I bought it, and I'm so happy I did. I can pair it with my YSL Pink Lingerie #7 lipstick that's a lot brighter. I can pair it with my Kim K, nude Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and it looks good. I don't wear red lipstick. I'm sure it'd look good with that. But yeah, I love this. It's what I'm wearing right now today. And what I like about it is that I've had issues with like certain lip liners that they make my lips look kind of like crusty, or they're really drying and they're not a smooth application, or they cut up my lips. And this one has been such a dream to put on. I love it. It stays on my lips literally all day. It's kiss proof. You can take I spill so much on myself, and so I'm always having to put like a napkin and clean up my face. And honestly, like, this does not smudge off unless you're like trying to get it off. So it's been really good. I cannot not tell you enough. And this would be a really good stocking stuffer present to ask for, or you can ask like your friend to get for you. But if you're not wanting to spend like, I think it's like $25 on a lip liner, I totally get it. One I've invested in, and I don't know if I'm butchering the name, but I think it's Sonia Kushuk. I have color Natural 20 is right here. And just to show everyone how similar the colors are, here you are. And this Sonia one that was like $8 at Target, I was doing an eyelash run, and I noticed that my lip liners were getting really low, and I'm like, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I came across this one, I'm like, it's $8, and might as well give it a whirl and try it out. And I love it. It has been so good. As you can tell, I mean, it's getting pretty low for me. And it's just been a really good product that I'm liking putting on. Maybe the longevity of it isn't as much as like the Charlotte Tilbury one, which, I mean, like, I get it. It's an $8 lip liner, but it just stays. It looks really nice, and I just really like it. Like, I don't know how else to say again. It looks really good with my nudes. It looks really good with my pinks. And I bet it would look really good with plums, just because I think it kind of has that hue that could work with it. So this Sonia Kushuk. So those are really all the products that I wanted to go over today. Those have really been the questions I've been asked a lot lately, especially like I said on Snapchat. I hope this has helped everyone when it comes to either like a good stocking stuffer, gift idea for yourself, or products that you're like, hey, I'm just gonna invest in that because I have a lot of holiday parties coming up, or a fun New Year's, something coming up where you're like, hey, I want to do that extra glow, that extra bronze look, that extra mascara oomph. And I hope that this helped you all. Everything will be linked below. And then another thing too, I'm so excited about with the holidays. I know I mentioned a couple of videos back, but was the Kendra Scott Holiday Collection. These are the earrings that I bought literally on the first day of launch, and they came out and I was a crazy person at Nordstrom, like literally waiting to get to the counter. And I'm so happy with them and her whole entire collection. Like I said, it's obviously that she has price points that are a little bit more expensive, but I find that a lot of her products lately have been more on the reasonable side compared to other collections she's done in the past. So this is what they look like in person if you've been interested in getting them. I believe they're available in silver, gold, and rose gold. And I hope this, like I said, helps everyone and gets everybody kind of in that fun holiday spirit and excited for upcoming parties and get-togethers. And I cannot wait to see everyone's looks. And if you want to, feel free to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram and follow my Facebook page with Lashes and Layers. And I am so excited to see everybody's looks with these products, and let me know what you think. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.